When I was the athlete representative for the Golden Gloves, what I talked about was equality when it came to there shouldn't be anything about us without us. On the executive board, there was nobody black, there was no female, there was nobody brown, and we have black and brown people all throughout Golden Glove. I talked about that, and I talked about youth being protected because there were too many instances of coaches molesting or having sexual relations with kids. My name is Devon Marquis Hall, D. Marquis Hall. I'm gonna start this video off by saying I ain't no punk. First and foremost, that's number one. Number one is God. Keep God first in everything. That's number one. But how many of you were watching the Olympics? I hope you are. I hope you're cheering for your country. I hope you're cheering for the United States of America. The news coming out of Paris today that I see first, Angela Carini from Italy, a boxer, best Italy got to offer in her weight class, fighting against an Algerian man, born a man, biological man. You said men can't fight against women. What are you talking about? Men can't fight women? No, that can't that's happening in Paris in 2024 in the Olympics. The biggest stage, the best against the best. They said the best woman is a man, a biological man. I'm sorry, now a biological female because of hormones, because of medicine, because of science. We have so much advancement in technology and medical practice and pills and hormones and things that are used to. This video is gonna go a long way, but like I said, I'm not no punk, and I'm not afraid of however this is taken. I'll say this: I'm a former Golden Gloves champion. I fought in all the Olympic qualifiers from 2020 to actually starting 2016 games to 2020, and I was born in Chester, Pennsylvania. BoxRec, if you look me up, I'm a loser. Look me up on BoxRec. As a professional, I lost. It says that I was born in Wilmington, Delaware. I wasn't born in Wilmington, Delaware. There's a lot of lies out here that need to be dispelled, need to be debunked. I was born in Chester, Pennsylvania. I was born to a mother who identifies as female. Always been a female, but stud lesbian. Growing up, this woman was involved in relationships with other women. Separated from my dad. The carceral system, carceral state, separated me from her at birth. So LGBTQIA is something plus. There's a plus there. That's something that I've been familiar with since I was 7 years old. Me and my mom walking in the grocery store, Redner's grocery store, Berks County, Pennsylvania, Reading, 1994, 1995. We walking, Michael Jackson going through his cases, being alleged as a sexual predator, being tried as a sexual predator. These are the allegations against Michael Jackson at the time. We're walking in the grocery store, a Michael Jackson song's playing on the radio. I let my mom know that I don't like Michael Jackson. He's gay. This is what I said at 7 years old. My mom looked down at me. She told me, Devon, and she always called me D. She said, Devon, I'm gay. And the music stopped. I couldn't hear anything. Me and my little friends had already decided that we didn't like gay people. We were homophobes at 7 years old. That's something that I've had to contend with for my entire life. My mom's been this way since I was really, really young. Probably since before I was born. Maybe she was that way for her whole life. That's the point that needs to be determined, needs to be deciphered, needs to be distinguished. How do we figure that out if we're not that? How is that determined? How? Were you born this way? Do we know this from a Lady Gaga song? She sung. And there was an entrance. There was the Olympic, the opening ceremony and the Last Supper scene. There's been a lot. And there's so much more on TV. I don't watch TV. I haven't watched TV for a long time. You have to make a concerted effort to have tunnel vision, to tune out what you don't need to see. It is a choice that you make every day. We make choices every day, what to get into, what not to get into. You see all kinds of flesh out here. You see all kinds of drugs being used out here. There's all kinds of places where you could get into all kinds of trouble that you don't need to go to out here. There's all kinds of products that you don't need to mess with out here. So, I should say out there, outside. There's different things that you can entertain. Read a book. Learn. I don't believe in banning books. I know that there are some books that I'm a little bit afraid of. I don't want to pick them up. I don't want to dive into them. I don't want to read them. I don't even like reading James Baldwin. He's not an author that I care to read. I don't read his books. It's not somebody who I look at as a role model. He was given a platform, he was given a stage, he was well respected, and still even more so well respected because of who he was. But that's not the ideal when it comes to what I believe a strong leader, male figure, whatever it is that you want to say. I'm not no punk. And I don't have to say that all the time. I don't have to say that with everything that I do. But this message is for you. If you are misunderstood, misguided, we all are misguided. We're all directed in all these different directions that we don't need to go in. And if you got blinders on, if you're not focused on what you don't need to be focused on, it's a lot easier to make the choices that you need to make. But when you see these images, these videos, you see these reports, you see everything coming at you, see these commercials, the propaganda that tells you that things that aren't okay are, you're gonna be judged. And if you know better, and if you're watching this video, you do know better, because I'm telling you right now, no man should be in the ring with a woman ever. It shouldn't happen. There shouldn't be any kind of competition between a man and a woman ever in a combat sport, especially a sport like boxing. People are using all kinds of hormones, cheating, taking advantage, doing what shouldn't be done to the most vulnerable.